morning all. Today we will see the concept of binary search tree. A binary search tree is an efficient version of binary tree in which nodes are arranged in order, meaning that it will follow some particular order while constructing a binary tree. That is, for example, I am having a node with a value 7, and next I need to insert a node with a value 6. That node with the value 6 I am going to insert to the left side, and when I got a node with a value 9 I am going to insert to the right side, meaning that this particular tree is following some particular order, meaning that if with respect to this corresponding node value 7, the node value 6 is present to the left side, and the node value 9 is, as it is a greater, it is going to present on the right side. If you generalize this, if you take a particular node x with a value x, the nodes with whose values are less than x are always I am trying to insert on the left side of this node x. Okay, and the nodes whose values are greater than x I am going to insert always at the right side of this node x. And you may get out, what about this thing? This should be also follow the same property. Then we can call this as a binary search tree, and this particular binary search tree will allow duplicates also. That duplicates you can allow either on the left side or on the right side always. Like for example, for the first time I am going to insert on the left side means duplicate elements on the left side means in the coming, if there are any duplicates you are getting me, those duplicates you should allow to the left side. So I am generalizing it. The values which are the node values which are less than or equal to the value x I am going to insert on the left side, and the node values which are greater than the node value x I am going to insert on the right side. Okay, fine. If you take a binary tree, this binary tree can be a complete binary tree, an almost complete binary tree, a perfect binary tree, a left skewed binary tree, or a right skewed binary tree. If you take any binary tree with n elements, you can always implement with the help of either using the concept of arrays, or you can implement with the help of linked list that you already know. For example, I am having a binary tree, like I am having some values like 9, 6, 5, 4, 10, 7, 11. I am having it. If I want to construct a binary tree, this binary tree I can construct in different ways. Why? Because there are no proper rules. Unless if I am saying that it is a complete binary tree, almost complete binary tree, perfect binary tree. Like simply I am defining 9, 6, 5. The meaning of binary tree is if you take a node, this node can have a maximum of 2 children at a particular time. 9, 6, 5. I am just defining 4, 10, 7, 11. This is also binary tree. So you can get many versions of the binary tree. That can be any of one of these. Okay, fine. For example, I want to search an element here. I want to search an element 9 here. If I want to search an element, what I can do? I can apply the concept of pre-order technique, or post order technique or in order technique while searching element. Why? Because these are the three traversing techniques in order to traverse over an entire binary tree. Okay, if I want to search an element, I will start from the root node. So whatever the element that I am searching, I got my searching element, so I can stop the processor. This is the best case. How much time completion area you are getting? Big O of 1. Big O of 1. And what about the worst case? What about the worst case? In the worst case, it is going to take big O of n time complexity every time, not only single time. For example, I want to search for the element 5. Where, how it is going to start searching? It will start traversing from the root node 9 and it will come back 6, 4. No, not 4. Then it come back 5 form. 10. If you want to search for the value 11, it will start searching from 6, 4. Like this, you search. If you want to search for the value 7, it will complete. So every time, at the worst case, every time I need to check almost all nodes. If a binary tree having n nodes, I need to search for n elements, meaning that I need to compare n elements every time. So I will get a time complexity of big O of n. Big O of n. Okay. For example, I am taking a sorted array. In a sorted array, I can perform insertion, I can perform deletion, right? This insertion and deletion will take high time. Why? Because you need to make them sort, right? You need to make sort. So insertion and deletion will take high time. What about searching? If I apply searching, binary search operation, I will get a time complexity of big O of log n base 2. Big O of log n base 2. If I apply binary search over sorted array, we will get big O of log n base 2. Coming to general linked list. Insertion and deletion is normal, and what about search operation? It is going to take big O of n time complexity. Big O of n time complexity. Okay. So here insertion and deletion are high, taking high time. Here searching taking is high time. I don't want to get. I want to get average implementation complexity for both insertion and deletion, and for searching I will go for the concept of binary search tree. So in almost all the cases, I am simply defining it as average case. It is going to get big O of log n base 2, meaning that for performing insertion or performing deletion or for performing search operation, for almost all the cases it is going to take big O of log n base 2. But there is one problem here that we will see later. Okay, so this is the advantage of binary search tree. Okay, finally I can conclude here that in a binary search tree, if I am having a node with a value x, and whatever the nodes that are coming with the less than or equal to the value x, I am going to insert on the left side, and whatever the nodes that I am getting higher than the corresponding node, I am going to insert on the right side. And again, this left subtree should also be a binary search tree, and the right subtree also should be a binary search tree, meaning that this also should follow the same property. This also should follow the same property. Okay, fine. Now let's see an example how to construct a binary search tree. have taken example. Now we need to construct a binary search tree for this one. If you want to construct a binary for this one, nothing. There is nothing, anything else. Just we will take one node, 45, and for this node, if you require, we are going to create two nodes like 39 and 12. If you don't want to create two nodes, we will take only one node, 39. It's our wish. There is no restrictions over a binary tree while creating a binary tree. But coming to binary search tree, it has to follow the property. Okay. So before going to move to the example, we will see the operations of binary search tree. These are all the operations are same for any kind of trees. Like linked list, in a single linked list, circular linked list, double linked list, double circular linked list, all the operations are same, right? But implementation is different, operations are same. Similarly, tree operations are same for all kind of trees, but implementation is somewhat different. We can perform, create a binary search tree, we can perform insertion over a binary search tree, we can perform delete operation over a binary search tree, we can perform search operation over a binary search tree, we can count the height of a binary search tree, we can count the total number of nodes in a binary search tree, we can count the total number of internal nodes and external nodes in a binary search tree, we can take maximum and minimum element of a binary search tree, etc. So all the various kind of operations are there. Now we'll see one of the operation, how to create a binary search tree. Okay, if you want to create a binary search tree, we need to know the logic. For a node, it has to follow the property less than or equal to property and greater than property, right? First, I will start scanning from left to right. I am going to take the node 45. I will create the node 45. Just listen, concentrate. Next, I got the node 39. Where I need to insert, that depends upon the existing elements. So I will take the 39 and I will compare it with the 45. Is 39 less than 45 or is 39 greater than 45? Yes, we know 39 is less than 45, so I will go for creating node on the left side. Okay, fine. Next, after getting that node, I will go for taking the next node, that is 12. Now once again I will start scanning from, traversing from root node, meaning that whenever I am going to insert a node in a particular binary search tree, I will always start scanning from root node. I will take the node 12 and I will compare with the 45. Is 12 less than 45? Yes. Then I will go for the corresponding next node. Is 12 less than 39? Yes. Then I will go for left side. Is there any left side node? There is no left side node. Then I will go for creating that node 12 to the left side. Next I will go for taking 56. Is 56 greater than 45? Yes. Is there any node present on the right side? No. We'll stop and we'll take. Next I will take 42. Is 42 less than 45? Yes. And is there any nodes on the left side? Yes. So I will go for the next node. Is 42, just check here. Once it fails, once it success and it comes to this side, I need to check here. Is 42 is less than 39? No. Meaning that it is greater than 39. So I will go for creating to the right side. Next I will go for taking 54. So 54 is greater than 45, so I will go for insert to the right side. But before going to insert right side, I need to check for the elements. Is 56 is there. Is 54 is less than 56? Yes. So I will go for inserting to the left side. Next I will get 55. 55 is greater than 45 and 55 is less than 56 and 54 is greater, 55 is greater than 55. So I will go for inserting to the right side. And I am improving my speed. Next I will take the value 10. Is 10 less than 45? Yes. 10 less than 39? Yes. 12 less than 10 less than 12, so I will go for left side. Next I will get 34. 34 less than 45? 34 less than 39? Yes. So I will go for left side. Is 34 less than 12? No. So then I will need to insert on the right side. Next 40. 40 less than 45? 40 greater than 39, 42 less than 40. So I'll go for insert on the left side. Next I'll get 78. 45 is greater than 78 is greater than 45. 56 78 is greater than 56. So I'll go for inserting on the right side. Next 67. 67 I am going to insert at the this particular place. You know already. Next 43. 43 is less than 45, greater than 39, greater than 42. So I am going to insert at the this particular location. Next 52. 52 it will comes to the left side of this value. As 52 is less than 54 and there are no elements. Next 89. 89 will get. So this is the process you are going to use while constructing a binary system. Check here. If you take any node, for example, I am taking the node 45. And whatever the elements that are present to the left side of this node 45 are always less than or equal to the root node. And whatever the values that are present to the right side are always greater than the node 45. This is the concept. And once again, if you take this subtree, if you take any node, it has to follow the same property. Then I can call this as a binary search tree. That's it. So this is the procedure to create a binary search tree. Now we will go for performing insertion over a binary search tree. Right? So if you want to insert an element in binary tree, there is no particular rule. So we will go for directly adding at some particular location. But coming to the concept of binary search tree, if you want to insert a node with a value like, for example, I got the value 69. I want to insert some location. By calling the property. So what I am going to do, I will start scanning from the root node and I will check with the root node. Is my 69 is greater than 45? Yes. Then I need to compulsory insert on the right side. Next I will come to the next node. Is my 69 is greater than 56? Yes. Then I will go for right side. Now I will check here. Is my 69 is greater than 78? No. Meaning that I need to go for left side. Now it is going to check. Is my 69 is greater than 67? Yes. Then I will go for right side. Is there any data is there? No. So then I will go for creating my 69 here. So this is the procedure while you are going to follow while performing insertion. It is similar to creation operation. While creating, we are also doing the same process. Okay. Here, this is the process to perform insertion. Okay, fine. Now we will see search operation. Right? So before going to move search operation, as I already said, in binary search tree, search operation you are doing, right? For example, I want to search for a value 45. What you are going to do? Similar to the binary tree. It is similar to binary tree, like pre-order or post or something. But here we won't follow pre-order, post-order or in-order. Why? Because here every time you are skipping half of the loop. Just see. I got the value 45. So I will start scanning from starting one. So is 45 is equal to 45? Yes. So my search is successful. So I will stop the process and I got my data. So I can say that when you are searching an element for the root node, then I can say that it is best case, that is a big O of 1 time complexity. And for all the cases, I am calling it as a average case. I am calling it as a big O of log n base 2. Why I am calling big O of log n base 2 means, just simply check here. I want to search for an element 42. Kindly listen. I want to search for an element 42. Then what I am going to do? I am just comparing with the element 45. And my 42, as I already know, this is always present on the left side of subtree. So what I am going to do is 40 is less than 45. Yes, I will come back to the left side of the subtree. So here I am skipping this entire this n by 2 elements every time. If I already know this my 42 element is present on the left side, so I won't check any element in the right subtree. Or if my element is present on the right side, then I won't check for the left side. So I am just skipping. So my 40 is present on the left side, I will skip my entire elements. So instead of searching n elements, I am searching only for n by 2 elements for the first operation. And for the next operation, I will check with the node 39. Is 42 is greater than 39? Yes. So it will go for right side. Meaning that I will move to the right side. So meaning that I will skip these 3 elements here. I will skip these 3 elements here. So I will go for only, I will skip this. So in the next iteration I am going to skip n by 4 elements. I mean n by 2 by n by 2. So among n by 2 elements, I am going to skip again half of the elements. So you will get n by 4 element. So like this. So this is the reason you are getting the time complexity of big O of log n. Like if you observe, it is similar to binary search operation, right? Binary search operation. In binary search operation, I am having the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If I want to search for a value 8, first what you are going to do? You are going to find out the median value. And based upon this middle value, I will identify whether my element present on the left side or my element present on the right side. If my element present on the right side, I am going to skip this n by 2 elements and I will go for right side operation. Then once again you are going to find out the middle element, then you will go for the process. So there also you will get the time complexity of big O of log n base 2. There I have explained why you are getting the time complexity with the expression also. So here also it is following the same process, meaning that every time it is going to skip half of the elements. Like simply, if you are writing an expression t of n equal to, if you are for the time complexity is t of n, every time you are going to skip t of n by 2 with the time complexity. Then if you solve this problem, you will get a time complexity of big O of log n base 2. Right? So what I said in the starting, for like if you take a sorted array, searching is a big O of log n base 2. So binary search tree of searching is a big O of log n base 2. What about insertion and deletion? Insertion and deletion is taking high time. But coming to here, it is going to take big O of log n base 2 only. Why? Because, for example, let us take I want to insert a value 33. Right? 33 if I want to insert, it is going to take how many comparisons? Only 1, 2, 3, then it is going to insert the 33 here. That's it. 33. So for insertion or for deletion, it is going to take a maximum height of the tree. Simply, sorry, this is not right. So for insertion and deletion, binary search tree, big O of log n base 2. So the big O of log n base 2 means it is simply nothing but height of binary system. Just check here. So log n base 2 means, for example, I want to search for a value. Let us take 42. I want to search for a value 40. I want to search for a value 42. So what is the diagram which is going to take? Big O of log n. What is the meaning of n? Total number of elements present in a binary system. How many number of elements present in a binary system? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. Log 17 base 2. So approximately I can write this as 16, right? 16 I can write log 2 power 4 base 2. So I can write this as 4 log base 2. So this value is 1. So I will get the value 4. The meaning of this value 4 is this binary search tree will take at most 4 comparisons in order to define whether the required search value 42 is present in the binary search tree or not. That's it. See here. So this 4 means height of the binary tree. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Maximum. So it is going to take only 4 comparisons. With respect to nodes I am saying, not the height. First check with the 45, check with 39, check with 42, as form. For example, take 34. 45, 39, 12, 34. That's it. So it is going to take maximum of 4 comparisons. Okay, fine. Just note. So we have completed how to create a binary search tree, how to perform insertion over a binary search tree, how to perform search over a binary search tree. Now let's take for example one more example I am taking. Like for example I am simply taking 5, 4, 6, 9, 1, 3, 2, or else I will take a normal example. 10, 9, 7, 5, 9, 12, 11, 14, and then I am taking 13. Here I am taking 6. Here I am taking 6. Okay. So is it a complete binary search tree, right? Yes, it is a binary search tree. Why? Because it is following all the rules. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, it is a binary search tree. Now I want to perform deletion over a binary search tree. I want to perform deletion over a binary search tree. Whenever you are performing deletion over a binary search tree, to delete particular value node 6, then I can directly delete. Why? Because there is no problem here. Why? Because there are no dependent elements here. If I want to delete the node 7, yes, there is a problem. Why? Because these two left side subtree is there and right subtree is there, where I need to connect. That is the problem we will get. So before going to perform deletion operation, you need to check for whether the deleted node is a leaf node or whether deleted node is having one children or whether the deleted node is having two children. You need to check. Two children you need to check. Okay. For example, I am taking the first case. If the deleted node is a leaf node, is there any problem? You will have any problem? There is no problem. Okay. For example, I want to delete. I am asking for to delete the node 9. Then I will start searching for the node 9 from the root node onwards. Is 9 less than 10? Yes. 9 greater than 7? Yes. 9. My 9 is 4. Then I will go for checking this corresponding node. Whether this corresponding node having any left child or right child. See, how we are going to check whether it's having left child or right child. Generally, the trees you are going to implement with help of double linked list. You know, right? We have already seen the implementation of binary tree and the traverse techniques of binary tree, right? So if you take a node, this node having 9 and null, this I am thinking that you know all this. So here generally this will look like this: 9 null null. So when it comes to this particular location, if you want, I will see this implementation in the next video. 9 compared with the 9, yes. Then we will go for checking left side null and right side. When the left side is null and right side is null, then I can understood that this is a leaf node. Then I can directly delete this particular node. There is no problem. There is no problem. Okay. For example, I want to delete node 11. Then I will come to the node 11 and I will delete directly. There is no problem. So that is the first case. Coming to the node which is having children. The delete node having single children, right? For example, I want to delete the node 5. I want to delete the node 5. If I want to delete the node 5, I will reach to the node 5. And how is the implementation for this? 5, left side is null, right side is some address 100, meaning that there is some node. So it's simply understood that there is a right child or there is single child. When there is single child, what we need to do? before going to delete this, I need to make append this node to this one. I need to make append to this one, right? That's it. So I will delete this and I will make append to this particular location. Okay. Fine. For example, I want to delete node 14. Like for example, you may think in a way like 12.2. Okay, generally you won't get in fractional values, you will get 13.2, 13.3. You get 13.2. I want to delete node 14. I am clarifying it. You want to delete node 14. Yes, right? So it will come to the location node 14 and it is having a single children. So where I need to, when I delete this node, where I need to append this particular entire single children, I need to append to the right side. So I will just delete this and I will make append to here. So there is no change in this particular location. We need to modify only this particular location. That's it. Okay. So this is a procedure to delete a node having single children. Okay. For example, I got a requirement to delete a node which is having two children. Then what we are going to do? That is my question. For example, I want to delete a node which is having two children, that I am thinking it as a root node. Usually asking for to delete a node which is having two children. So I observed that this node 10 having address. So it is having two children. Then if I want to delete this node, I want to make one of them as root node. Which one I will take as one of them as root node? The best one. So then what we are going to do is, generally whenever you can do in any way, but you have to do in an efficient manner. So if I take this 7, meaning that I am going to delete this node 7 and I am going to make here, and I need to make modification here. Or if I take this node 12, I need to make copy here, I need to modify all this. Meaning that if the tree is of height n, then there is a huge problem. So you need to make modification such that it should be efficient. So for that, what I am suggesting is, if you are going to delete a node having two children, you have to take the maximum node value from the in-order predecessor or minimum value from the in-order successor. You have to replace the deleted node with the in-order predecessor or in-order successor. So the in-order predecessor means the maximum value from the left chain. In-order successor means the minimum value from the right chain. That's it. Why I am taking the maximum value from the left side? If I take the maximum value from the left side, the maximum value from the left side is 9. So I will make 9 here. So there is no modification, anything we need not to do any modification. Just simply we will make only one modification. That's it. Maximum means. Or take the case minimum value from the right side. So I will remove this 11 and I will make a copy. So in this case also there is no need of much modification. So this is the best process. So what I am saying is, if you want to delete a node which is having two children, take the maximum value from the left side or take the minimum value from the left side and replace with the root element. That is the simple process. That's it. So this is the way you are going to delete a node having two children. For example, take the values like we are going to construct a binary history for this up to here. So I will directly construct 45, 39, 12, 56, 42, 54 and 55. Okay, fine. For example, usually some other person is asking for to delete the values 42, 56 and then 45. Okay, first I want to delete the node 42. So I will start scanning from root node and I will check for 40 is less than 45, 40 is greater than 39, then 42 match. Then I will come to the corresponding node, I will check for whether it is having 0 children. Leaf node means 0 children, right? 1 children and 2 children. So as it is having 0 children, what I said, if it is single children, you can simply delete the node. So I will delete the node 42 directly. Then user is asking for delete the node 56. Then I'll go for checking 56 I found. So whenever you are going to delete 56, you need to check for whether it is having single children, 0 children, single children or 2 children. Single children means I need to make delete and I need to just append to the root node. So how is the tree structure you will get? 54 and 55. 54 and 55. Now I want to delete the node 45. If I want to delete the node 45, you need to check for 0 children, 1 children and 2 children. It is having 2 children. When it is having 2 children, you need to take the left side maximum value or right side minimum value. What is the right side minimum value? 54. Or left side maximum value what? 39. You can take anything. So I will just simply take what I am calling it as the in-order successor. I will take in-order successor. So what is in-order successor for this one? Right side minimum value. So I will just simply replace with the 45. So this is my final binary search tree after performing 3 deletions over the created binary search tree. That's it. So this is the procedure to perform deletion over a binary search tree. Okay. Note down. So we will see the coding in the next video. Okay, fine. So there is one drawback in this binary search tree. That is, as I already said, it is going to take the worst case time complexity as a big O of n. So in which case it will take the worst case? Meaning that when it is a left skewed binary search tree or it is right skewed binary search tree. You know the definition of left skewed. If all elements are placed to the left side, I can call it as a left skewed. If all elements are placed to the right skewed binary search tree, I can call it as right skewed binary search tree. When you are going to get this kind of situation, when all the elements are either in decreasing order or when all the elements are either placed in increasing order. Like for example, I am having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to construct a binary search tree, I will get the tree structure like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If I am going to construct 5, 4 is left side, 3 is left side, 2 is left side, 1 is left side. So this tree I will call it as a left skewed binary search tree, and this tree I am calling it as a right skewed binary search tree. So in this particular location, if I want to check for, if I want to check for whether value 5 is there or not, then it won't take log n base 2. It need to perform comparison of 5 comparisons. 5 comparisons means 5 elements. So it is going to take the time complexity of big O of n. It is going to get the big O of n. That's it.